When it came to deciding who was to live or to die, or who was to be imprisoned or set free, Stalin was simply capricious. The case of his old comrade Kavtaradze illustrates his capriciousness. Following his arrest on trumped-up charges, Kavtaradze wrote to his old friend, claiming innocence. Although Stalin was usually deaf to such pleas from old friends, he ordered his release. But his release was not only unusual, it was also temporary. A few years later, he and his wife were again arrested, tortured, and sentenced to death. Then, after spending months in a death cell, he was suddenly taken to the head of the secret police, Beria. His wife, who had been in another camp, was already in Beria's office. The two of them were released again. The couple invited Joseph Stalin to their Moscow apartment for dinner. At one point Stalin took his old friend's arm, waved his index finger under his chin, and said, "And still you wanted to kill me." Some historians ascribe this incident to paranoia. They are wrong. It is something simpler, and simpler ideas are often more difficult to understand. Stalin knew that his friend never tried to kill him. By that time, Stalin may have convinced himself that Kavtaradze was guilty, but this had nothing to do with paranoia and everything to do with alcoholism. Many recovered alcoholics say that they became habitual liars during their drinking years. Their lies became so entangled with reality that they often convinced themselves that the lies were true. Stalin appears to have had this weird capacity for self-deception. Alcoholics are damned good liars. This simple fact can be greatly underestimated in judging the damage they do. It was this strange ability of alcoholics to accept their own lies that led Stalin to believe that poor, terrified, Kavtaradze had actually conspired to kill him. The alcoholic begins by deliberately lying. But the lie eventually becomes more acceptable to him than reality. Once a false accusation is made, and in Stalin's case, the deadly wheels of Soviet justice set in motion, it becomes impossible for the alcoholic to admit that the accused was innocent. The admission would also mean that he was unspeakably evil for having falsely accused an innocent person. The alcoholic cannot admit to such evilness, especially to himself. He has no choice. The truth must be repressed. The lie becomes the truth. Watch your other videos to learn more. Get your copy of History's Missing Alcoholics available on Amazon now.